Well, are you ready, class? So, did you finish your work yet? No? Got some of it done yesterday, maybe? Alright, so today, mm, what we're going to discuss are formulas in geometry. The first one that we're going to talk about is parameter, the second one is area, and the third one is volume. So, for the first one, parameter, what is it? Do you know? Do you know? Good. Yes. Parameter, it means it's the measurement of the air, like the sides. So, say you have your length at 10, your width at 5. So you take all those sides together and add them up together. So, what would you use finding the parameter for? Say you're a farmer. How would a farmer use it? One possible way would be to measure out a fence. So you take all the sides that you are needing and you add them up together, and that shows you how much material you need to buy in order to build your fence. So for that parameter, it shows, it's not the area, but it shows the borders and how much you would need for a fence. Now putting that aside, going the area. With the area, what is it? So what would you use finding the area for? It might be possible if you're trying to put in carpet with anything. You need the area and knowing how much carpet to buy. So this carpet, anything else?
Store. Just trying to pick it up from there.
Okay.
I didn't see it. I had it. He was like mowing.
Yeah.
That's what I saw was mowing. So, okay, go ahead.
They have just a bunch of different little, so say if you have an area and you are wanting to put tiles in there. So if you have the tiles, then you would also need to know the different little areas for each individual piece. Yes. So, and for the third one, volume. What do you use volume for? Yes. You would use volume for three-dimensional shapes. So you've got the length times width times height. So when you have the volume, you're trying to figure out how much of,
Like a full cube.
you're just trying to figure out how much can fit inside of that three-dimensional object. So for parameter, you take length plus width and add them up together. And add up all those sides. So you see there are 2 width sides and 2 length sides. So if you take all 4 of the sides and add them up together, that is your parameter. Okay. So you see there are different ways to show how to find the parameter. So you can take that as 2L plus 2W. What's another way? So another possible way is you take a length plus width plus width. And are there any others? Good. So you can take 2 times length plus width. So those 3 different formulas show different ways in which you can find the parameter. So for area, there's only one way to do it. You take the length times width, or width times length. And that's really the only formula that you can use that'll give you the area. So if you take the length times width and you think about it, you got 5 times 3, you say take 5 and 3, and that would equal 15 feet for the area. Let's see. And then see, if you take the little 2, that shows that you are equating both of the two sides, so both of the length sides and both of the width sides, and it's just the 2, so you have squared. And you make it squared. So for volume, you take all 3, length times width times height, and you multiply all of those together. So, and it may not be your favorite or very comfortable, but
What you prefer.
or what you prefer. But I've got a few problems, and it's just to kind of show you how to use those formulas. So for the first one, it's finding the parameter. Do you know what the answer is? 16? How? How did you get that? Yes, so you take the length and you add up both sides. So you get 16 feet. So finding the area, what do? Multiply them. Take 3 feet and 5 feet and multiply that together, and it gives you 15 feet. Yes, thank you. I forgot to add the square. Okay. So for volume, with the 3-dimensional shape, remember you take all 3 length times width times height and multiply those together. So what's the number for length? So you change the length labeling to 5. The width, so width is 6, or 3. And then for height, that is 6. So for that word, it's called subsame. But anyways, it doesn't matter. All you need to do is know the formula of length times width times height, and that'll give you the volume. So we take the 5 times 3 times 6, and what does that equal? Well, yeah, it's good. See, you don't really need a calculator. So if you look at it, you take the 5 times 3, that gives you 15, and 15 times 6, that gives you 90. So you have 90 centimeters cubed. You know why? Because they've got the 3 different numbers that you multiply together. So that's good. Thank you.
Great work today.
Did some awesome work. Thank you.